By now, I feel safe to say that AI is not going to be going anywhere anytime soon from the music production landscape. I've been making music myself for 7 years now, and this is the first year that I've begun to dive into this AI technology as it's getting more accessible and honestly progressing in a better and better direction every single day. And now it feels like a good time to start testing it out and seeing what it's all about. In a market that seems to be going more and more towards efficiency, these are a few of the reasons that I came up with as to why I think AI will continue to stick around and thrive. AI can compose music quickly and efficiently, reducing the time and effort required to create a track. This speed is particularly valuable in a fast-paced music industry where musicians often need to produce music at a rapid pace to meet market demands. So I like to think of this just strictly from the innocent perspective as a creative person. This can help push new ideas forward. And I think inherently having a bunch of new creative ideas is a net plus for music. Now, having heard all that, we're gonna really put this stuff to the test. We're gonna make a beat using Database today. We're gonna be running a bunch of stems through Database and creating some new layers just out of thin air with the text to audio tool. If you guys enjoyed the video, do drop a like. Without further ado, let's get into the cookup. So I just opened up this Mellotron plugin here. First thing I'm gonna do is just find a sound that I like, and I'm just gonna build out a basic melody structure. Now I'm gonna find one more sound, I think again with the Mellotron. It's just gonna outline the chords a little bit better, and then we're gonna move it over to the Database and run it through that, flip it, and just see what we can get. I'm gonna bounce out each one of these sounds individually and run it through the audio to audio feature, give it various prompts and see what Database can do with it, and then bring those stems back into this project file, and then try to blend them with not only these files, but a few more that I feel like adding, and I'm gonna add some strings, get some stuff set up, and I'll be right back. So here we are in Database. I'm gonna walk you guys through how the website's structured and laid out real quick. Over here on the left side, we have all of our tabs. We have a home page, which just shows all of your recently exported patterns. Over here is typically where you're gonna find all your sounds that have been ran through the AI. We're not going to focus too much on the lyrics tab over here, but this is just an AI assistant. It can help you with any troubles you might be having with your lyrics. Over here is the splitter tool. I use Database a lot for this when I'm trying to get individual parts of samples. But the audio to audio tool is a really cool tool that we're going to definitely be checking out a lot today. Last time I used Database, there was just the Refusion model, but since then they've came out with the Prod 1 model for premium users. A little info on the model. This model is trained off a data set of 1,000+ songs from various genres. It's trained to generate a song based on the input audio. The model is trained on a 2 GB data set of songs from various genres. You drag the audio that you want affected into this spot over here on the right side, and then you give a prompt over here. And you can also use negative prompts, basically telling it what not to do or what not to add. And you set the duration here, so however long your sample is, and you name it down here. I was curious on what prompts would work well together, so I hit up Luke, who is one of the owners of Database, and he gave me this really useful text just with some things to keep in mind and some helpful prompts to consider that help you start generating ideas with Database. The point is to use words to describe the audio, whether they are emotional or musical, the same way that you would think about cooking up a beat and what elements you would use. Describe instruments as well. Some of the simple prompts he gave me: island vibes, dance, dancehall, beautiful, angelic, steel drums, orchestra, piano in A minor, 140 BPM. You can input keys and BPMs too, which is really nice. Medieval castle, old video game sounds, vintage vinyl, cheap flutes, ARP, classic strings, triumphant brass. When I typed in reverb there, I was just expecting it to add some reverb to the pad, nothing more. But no, it just gave a whole different sound. It gave a flute, I believe is going to be in our same key. So I'm going to try to sample that when I go back into FL. But it's just a cool concept because you never really know what you're going to get out of it. It's kind of just like finding a cool sweet spot with your words and your phrasing that you're giving it. It's just a whole different type of creativity to channel into. I'm going to try feeding in a few more simple sounds. Let's do a whistle, emotional whistle. There we go. Now we're thinking. Piano melody that I played, and then I also have that same melody with a vocal layer. First, I'm going to do the vocal. Whistles in D sharp minor, so melodic whistles. That one is cueing. I'm going to try that same sound, and this time the prompt is going to be Angelic's singing voice. I'm going to see what that does. cool. We can definitely use that. And again, that was all created from this sound. Yeah, it's super cool. Let's try the piano now, just that same melody. Let's go professional piano player. Okay, this is out there. Let's see what we can get though. That's cool. It's definitely trying to build chords off of those notes that we gave it, which is super cool to see. Chords are a little bit dissonant and muddy sounding for this, but I'm sure if I gave it a little bit more to work off of, we could definitely get something cool with that. And now we're gonna use the text to audio tool to try to create a drum pattern. I might end up using this as a perk loop, filtering it later on, who knows, but it's just gonna be a cool little sound for us to mess with. Old school 90s hip hop drum beat, 156 BPM, and I'm gonna change it over to prod 1, and then do the durations 12 seconds, and drum groove 1 is what I'm gonna call it. That's a nice drum groove, but I think we need to be a little bit more specific. Let's do boom bap. Here we go. That's definitely cool. I like that a lot. Really cool texture on that. I think we have plenty to work with. I'm gonna head on over back to FL Studio and start rearranging, chopping, and getting all these samples put together. Here we are back inside of FL. We have a lot of stuff to work with, and my goal here is really just to blend all of this into our existing tracks. And I'm just gonna take you guys through layer by layer. The first sound that we got was this reverbed pad. The first thing I wanna do is pitch it down an octave though. This is what it sounds like in its original key. The next sound we got was actually a really nice one. This is a drum groove. It sounds like this. Next we have the angelic singing voice. Also sounds really good. Here's our whistle. It's gonna be another nice one. Just gotta take out some low end here. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to use this rainy key. I'm gonna pitch it down, I think, and use it more as like a perk loop. Alright, so this one sounds super cool in texture. This almost sounds like a sample. I like this initial part of it a lot. I'm gonna try to get a little chop out of that. We can definitely have this be a B section somewhere in there. Basically, our layer is blended. I'm gonna go in now and refine this a little bit more, and I'm gonna come back to you guys with the finished beat. And there we have it. I'm super impressed by how it came out. Creatively, it was super inspiring making this beat. Database kept me moving forward. Definitely got me thinking outside the box. This is definitely a tool that I'm gonna keep checking up on and slowly integrating more and more into my production in ways that I see fit. And to think that all this technology is still so fresh and new, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have an awesome rest of your night, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.